Okay, so today we will cover a utilities, okay, and also other topics like you said page designer, any other part,
Mm,
okay, and also we can display different of pages and so many different of regions, okay.
mm,
So utility, we have something here called application dashboard. It's like okay, this dashboard, it's display how many templates you have in your application, right? Your security which is applied on your application, right? uh how many pages, like public pages, non-public pages, and authorization schema, right? It's a dashboard and
mm,
some statistics around your application. We have application overview here, right? The idea of your application name, parsing schema, right? This schema is database schema, application alias, and if your application related to group, right? How many pages do you have in your application?
okay.
Okay, how many interactive, uh, how many forms, navigation form, and also for page components, how many regions, classic report columns, etc. And also we have a chart. This chart, it's also region display by selector, BL SQL region form, classic report. It's a chart um, related to this statistics. Okay,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
back to right. Advisor here. This advisor, it's like I said before, it's so important. You can run advisor on your application, okay, to see which, and also you can just select some a features right here, like reports has default order, pages has page title. Okay, you can advise by sections like the error section here, security section, warning section, performance, usability, quality assurance, and accessibility. Okay, you can do this for one page or a like he explained here, you can do it for a multiple pages. Just type the page, then comma, right, and he will go through all this page and start to do the advice. Okay, we can try this by perform a check, right? Right, you see here, he just displays a advice, right? Page is it's not protected by an authorization schema, so you know this page it's not protected. You can view by click on this view. It will direct you to the page number 3, and also here you have some other advice, right? You can read the advice for each page. Okay, the message here is a value, and so on. So this is advisor. It's so important. Okay. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah. The
Yeah,
message here,
I'm
if you
seeing
follow,
that one.
yeah, if you follow the message here, you will know what the error here, and you can go for each page and start to
Mm,
fix this bugs. Okay, so here says the classic report region doesn't have a column with value, identifies row, set to yes, this should be defined on the column. Okay. Some other advice. We have something called upgrade. Okay, after upgrade to a new release, review components for upgrading to include the latest feature. All right, this is it's
We can every time edit that utilities.
yeah, says yeah, if you made application by a old version like 20 or 21, right, and you start to import it on 22, so you will have a disable features or some other feature that's not applied on your old application, so you can upgrade it by clicking upgrade application, and then you will see some features here. Okay, select all, upgrade, right. You have some other here, let's say to upgrade, it's upgraded. If you select, I think we don't have any. We just have enable subscription for interactive report, enable rows per page selector for interactive report. Right here, okay. That means this feature, it was wasn't exist in the previous version. Okay, back to utilities. We have a attribute. We have recently updated pages. You can check the recent page updates. Right, this is 12 seconds ago. This is 14 hours. Right, so this is it's updated by user Magdi, and if you have more than one user, you can see which user who update any pages in the last 20 hours or maybe weeks. Okay, it's in a period of time. Okay, and we have something called attributes dictionary. Right. Okay, attribute dictionary. Okay, we have right here, we have this page. It's a dictionary. It just define, okay, the like statistics, okay, total page items, total display items, right? It's total report column, and yeah, some other information. Right, it just display the column name, labels, all a component on your pages, like labels, help text, general format, mask, uh, other features, like if you need to know. Okay, just this. Classic report call, comma, common labels. Go back to here. Utility, right. I think we were in a different. Sorry. Where were we?
Your house is near to the mosque.
Sorry?
Your house is near to the mosque, I think.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, just so okay, we were inside the application utilities. Okay, manage item column user interface default for selected page. Yeah, we can manage item and column user. Actually, I didn't use it before, but let's try this. Okay. Review 6 report columns for insert into attribute dictionary. Okay, I have this. Concept ID. Let's do this. Update. It is updated right now. So I think we should go to other place and see. Yeah, we can see it in another place. Okay, but let me just move to another one and we'll get back to this. Okay, again, change history right here. It's like as information. Also, we can do right reset. Nothing here, it's just information about the pages, who change, right? The audit date, okay.
It will, if we delete the history, it will be showing, I think so. That one. Change history, view a detailed report of component that here on this.
This one,
Yeah,
yeah, I
if
can't.
we delete and we can find the history back one, I think so.
Yeah, I think it just display, okay, the period of time the changes has been done, okay, by a period of time. So nothing else. You can know which page also, yeah, audited or has a updates on the last right, last hours, 2 hours,
Mm.
and period of time. Okay, we have something called a debug messages. Right, this is the debug like we did on the application from here. Okay, so I think this is a place to hold all debug, right? So you can back to any debug, right, based on the time and see what the error okay made. So this was a 14 hours ago, right?
Okay.
You can purge the bug message. Okay, purge all message. Purge means you can delete it. Okay. I mean clear, yeah. So let's purge all, right? And nothing here. Okay. What else we have here? It's Oracle Apex View. Okay, if you remember, we we were searching about rules here and some other views. This is useful, but I think this is advanced for you. But from this, you can search for, I mean, page, right? You can see all pages of your application. You can see all items if you search for any items. Because Oracle Apex data and metadata, it's stored on the schema of the Apex version. Okay, so you have a schema called Apex 22, right? A 0, 100. Okay, it will has all trees, all component you will create. You will see it from here, but just make sure you don't do anything I think this is view. It's not. It will not harm anything. But inside table, if you try to edit in this table, okay, just be careful. Okay, I think you should be aware of what you are going to change. Right. This one you can see. You can filter or application. It's 101. So the application here. Filter, right, application ID equal 101. See the results. Okay. Why it's not viewing anything? Okay. Okay, let's try this one, which is pages. Okay, result. This all pages for all applications. We can filter this by application 101 result. Oh, I didn't know why it's not filtering. Okay, sorry, didn't select any right here. Here. Oh, so this is all application for all pages related to this application, which is our application, and this is the workspace name, right? The workspace displayed name. We only have a 15 pages. Back to this. Okay, you have so many views here. You can go to I think we have a IR, page IR to display, okay, identified attributes for an interactive report, IR interactive report. Right, and items, okay, page items, you can search by any page, okay, and you can search for any item, okay, but like I said, this is something advanced, right, but you should know it, okay. Back to our application here, 101, and to utility. We have also export repository. Okay, you can export your application, you can import, right? And you can choose the workspace, the pages, a whole owner. Right, this should be a okay, I think install action, it means install. This means export, and if you will, you can import also from here by selecting this, right? And also we have another shortcut here, okay, to import the application. All right, let's try this to install. Should install this application. Oh, no, I think this means after you import, you should install the application. Export repository, view a history of application export. Yeah, I think, yeah, this, okay, I imported this before, yeah. So this is a 100 application. I can install it again, okay, by selecting here and then install. You can import, right, whatever another application and start to install it on your new workspace. Okay. Back to application 1, utilities. Manage backups right here. Okay, right, it's automated backup. Okay, once you create pages, right, and do some modification, right? Okay, so the application just create a automation backup. You can, okay, restore this, you can download it, you can view the detail, manage the look, you can delete this backup. So Oracle Apex just creates some automated backup, okay? After you did create a new pages or you do some changes on existing pages. Also, I think you can create a new backup here, right? Like on app, okay, 101 underscore by, okay, July 15 backup. I think he will create a whole backup, okay, for the application. It's created by Magdi. Just 1 second. To change summary, it's page 6 modified. Okay, so just create the changes of the of all pages. Right here, all backups, last 20 seconds. Back again to this application. It's review backup history, perform a manual backup and restore it from backup. All backup details. You can restore the backup to a application O1 auto assign, and this you can change the ID auto assign. If we restore application, it will create a new application, right, with the same application. This is 103. It's became 4 application. So I return the backup of this to this one, right? What else we have here? Okay. Embedded code, review code such as SQL, BL SQL, and JavaScript code. Okay. So I have a 9 JavaScript, right? I have 9 BL SQL code, right? And also on scope page a 1, 2, sorry, 0, 1. Yeah, right here I have a, okay, let's see. I have JavaScript 9 on, right, page 11 has some JavaScript, and page 0 as well, and page 3, page 6, I have 2, right, 3 parts of JavaScript. So from here, I can review all JavaScripts on my application, which page has a JavaScript. I have JavaScript on page 16, right, and on page 11 as well. I have 2, right, and on page 6 I have 3, 1, 2, 3, and so on. It's the same for BL SQL code, right here. So this is a shared component, right? Function body. I can download all of this, right? I can go to any of this and start to change or do some new code. Right here, also I have on page 9999.
Then if I don't know JavaScript, then how can I manage?
Yeah, you can add some JavaScript code on your page. Okay, just here it's display the JavaScript and BL SQL code, right? And SQL code
Yeah.
as well. Okay, you have SQL code here, right? Server-side conditions. This is a server-side conditions. This is a source for a region, right? Side by side, a master detail.
Okay.
So on. How many columns, right, has a BL SQL code also? We have a list of values. I think this is list of values. right? Or server-side condition here as a Bale SQL code. We have two region, the source right here. So I think this is important. Yeah, you know, the embedded code you have on your application. Okay, this is the application checksum, and I think this is something related to security. It's important feature Oracle Apex provide to protect your URL and your application. Okay, according to a application level, session level, and also for I think application item, right? And session, yeah, it's application session and other A types. We can go through all of them. Okay. Right here, this is the application checksum provide an easy way to determine whether the same application is deployed across workspace. Right, you can compare this checksum to determine whether there is a match. Okay, detail. This is a checksum for our application, right? And we have page checksum. The transaction must be first view application. It's okay. We have font, Apex, icons. Good. This is something. Yeah, you can type this. Okay, you can copy the application. I mean, you can use this font awesome code in your application. If you don't remember the code, you can go through all of this. Just click here, and you can copy this. Okay, or press copy here. You can copy. This is for HTML. This is for icon. Right, if you copy this and back to, okay, let's duplicate this. I will show you how you can use a, right, how you can use a font awesome on your application. I will create a blank page. Right, I will call it font awesome. Right, create. Just create new region. I can do a button. Then once I need to use this button, I can just make the button text with icon, and here in that, right, I can copy just this. Okay, to see this button has a map icon, right? This is how you can use a CSS. You see here, I have something like a new icon here. Back to we can choose this, okay, or any icon you need here. You can filter also by right web application. Look for any okay icons. You can search for directional text editor, emojis, right, charts, accessibility hands, and so on. Also, if you need the scale to be okay large, it will be like this, small, right? And all of this is just to change the attributes here, okay? And you can copy it as this. Okay, if I need just right icon like this, I need to copy this. Okay, back to we can just come back here and right here at the okay icon. Okay, nothing else. It's not here. You can just leave it here. Yeah, I can just copy. Sorry, I forget. I can copy the HTML here. should be like this. Okay. If I change this to be just 3x right here and copy this, so I just will display this in a different size right here like this one. And for sure, if
Okay.
you have a items and you need to add a icon to that item like sorry, calendar or date picker. Okay, and I don't need to just add this. I can add a icon to my right, my item. This class is back here and select a calendar or right here. You can choose one of these, right? It should be this. Yeah, but this is too big. Okay. Right here, just one. Okay, copy. You can just remove this. Okay. No, it should be in some. No, I can't remember where it should be. Okay, it's something like this. What else we can see here? Right, I think we finished all of this. Okay, we can talk about checksum. Okay,
Yeah. Mm.
right. So let just me explain. Okay, if I create a normal page, okay, I mean by wizard. So let's create a classic report, right? For
Okay.
departments, right? Right, I forget to create the form. I can create a form, right? Just a form and depth, right? Or we can use a okay, forget about this. Okay, we can use the URL. I will just make this as a link, right? If you remember the stack side by side right here. It says this. No, not this one. I was having a department with employees. Okay, so okay, we can create new one. I'll create master detail or I'm sorry, it's depth and depth. Dialog. should be normal. Okay, debt X. Okay, debt number. Okay, back to page 17. Departments here. And just edit this page. I'll make this as a link, right? It will direct to a page 18 and department ID equal or department here. Okay, so once I click on here, I will see the information of this, right, a department, and I have something here, okay, called CS, which is the checksum. This is a code. This is just encrypt the session ID and the parameter in the URL here, okay, by a encryption code to protect the page. Okay, so the user can't, okay, do, if you have user on your a company and that user just has a authorization to see a specific department, right, like his department and another another department not allowed for all users, okay? So that can protect the other department, or prevent the user to play with the URL. Okay, if you have, let's say, the accounting department, it's so important, so it's not allowed for all users, okay? So let's say if the department in analysis and need, okay, to play with the URL, and he know the department ID for the accounting, which is 10, and he need to see the information about this right department. So the user, if just to change this to attempt to display this department, okay, so Oracle Apex can protect this by showing him this, right, this message, and do not allow, okay, and contact your application administrator, right?
Okay.
So this is how a checksum do this a protection, okay, and this is for just only if you looked for page page 18 here, okay, you will see this page has a attributes called checksum, right? You can check from here under security. Okay, page access protection argument must have a checksum. Okay, we can make it as a restriction. Okay, to show you how the employee can play with this URL, so he can display any other right department. So if I remember, I just changed this to be unrestricted, so that means I can display other departments. Oh no, I think we have something also right here. Maybe you have something on the regions. No, or yeah, we have session state protection on session level. Okay, so we need to just change this to be unrestricted, right? It's yeah, because just this this item, it's in our URL parameter, so this just has a checksum, okay, and the other, okay, it's not appeared in our URL, so it's unrestricted. So we just replace this. We can do our test here. Okay, just okay. We need to make this a text item. so we can see which department we play with.
Mm.
Okay. Back to departments here. I am just displaying department 10. Okay. And if you notice here the checksum, it's disappeared. It's not in my URL, so I can play with another. Okay, if I don't have any authorization to display any other, okay, you see. Okay, to just see this, okay, I can just make the example to, okay, let's say MACD, okay, user just have authorization to see all the first three department and not have authorization to see the other departments. Okay, so I can just adjust the report, okay, to display right the three departments. Okay, we can see, okay, we can say department number, okay, less than, right, a 40. If we displayed this, so let's say MACD just have authorization to see all of this department. So if I click here, I can see this. If I just back, sorry about that, and see this. Okay, but if I start to do a 51, which is, I know I have a department has a 51. So now I can break the security and see other information. I don't have a authorization for it. So why this Oracle Apex provide, okay, something called a checksum, right? Okay, and this checksum should be on page 18, right? On so many different of levels. So let's go to here, and if I change this to be a checksum, right? So I can't, okay, access any other employees unless the one I have. Okay, if I just try to validate or view some other department, I will get this. Okay, that's why I protect the page and protect the data from a user to play or to display unauthorized data. Okay. Hello.
Yeah,
Did you get that?
yeah, a little bit, but not so much.
Okay, this is a level of protection which is called CS. It means checksum. Okay, this it's a just translate the session
Yeah,
ID.
it will be useful for the developer.
Yeah, it will be useful for your application. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, because if you develop some other application for a customer, and the customer need to protect, okay, let's say you develop something for a banking or customer, and the customer need to protect the data of his client. Okay, so you should do this, and you should consider this, okay, in your work. Okay, so how you can do this? Okay, by protecting the URL, right, and protecting the for right here by selecting checksum, right. Also you have a checksum on a application level. You have a checksum on user level, right, and you have checksum on session level. And restricted may not be set from the browsers. That means you can't, right? You can't, okay, let's say here, restriction. This item can be not altered using the URL or post data. You can't, okay, call this page and a URL. Okay, so if you just breathe on this, you will get the, okay, that means you can display this page by the browser itself. You should call it from as a dialogue or as from another way, okay, to call this page, not by URL. Okay, you can prepare some action to display this. Okay, this is much a more protection. You can protect your a page on session level. Okay, that means the checksum will contain the right here will contain the session ID. Right here will contain session ID and
Okay.
parameter as well. Right, and if you choose a user level, it will just change the checksum. Checksum it's created by automatic by Oracle Apex engine. Okay, so he will change this for each right. Okay, for each user, right? Or yeah, if you set it on the session, so you will have this code for all your session. Once you just log out and log in, you will get a new session ID. So this checksum will change to another a code, right? And you can make it on application level, right? And so on. I think this is just a brief about a session protection, right? And the checksum. Okay, what else we can talk about? I think we just have a 5 minutes or 7 minutes. Do you have any other questions, any other topics we can cover in this a little minutes?
About page designer.
Okay, page designer. Okay, so
Managing pages.
right. Like I said, okay, we can, okay, page. Right. Right. Here, okay, I have a page, right? And I have also
Yeah.
This page, it's divided to three, okay, sections. We have
Yeah.
pre-rendering.
Yeah, that is okay, but how to manage this page design pages?
What do you mean by manage?
Number of pages. How can we manage this number of pages?
Yeah, this is a general question also. Yeah, I have number of pages here. What do you want to do with this? Okay, what do you mean by manage?
Yeah.
Okay, manage, it's
That
a
if
general word. I think you mean, okay, how you can, this is the important for you, how you can create a different type of pages, okay, how you
yeah, for
can set
everything
attributes.
default is global page.
The global page is something else, okay, global page, you just, okay, let me show something here, okay, regarding to a global page. Global page means if you need to, right, if you need to display something here, right, on display something uh, on all pages, okay, right, and you just need to manage this, okay, so you have to, right, you have to create this and your a zero page, which is global page. So let's say I need to create a region here, and this region should be on, not on position, it should be on footer, and I will just add some HTML code, right? You can just add P, right? This is a global application, right? You can say copyrights, right? MACD, and so on. Yeah, and you need this part to be displayed on all pages, right? Just make this a blank attributes. Okay, if you search here, you will see this, okay, this in a department, if I move to another, right, right, a different pages, you will see this. I can add also any items here. Okay, so this is a for global page. Okay, if you move to home, you will see this part. I can just change it to be a, you can add a style here. Go a font dash weight, bold, color, red. This can be okay, something. You can't run a global page. You just okay add something. So right here, I just make it a with a different color. Also, I have something here. I have a page called Apex error, message error. Okay, we have a if you try to display success message, the success message is still okay appeared until you just log in into or navigate into another page. So how we can do this? I've created a, so it's disappeared in 5 or 4 seconds. Okay, how we can do this? I had to create a JavaScript code to make this disable after a 4 or 5 seconds right here. How I did this by creating here a on page load, okay, hide message. Okay, I've created a JavaScript. This means, okay, this is something a built-in code, okay, function called hide page success, right? And the time it's 4,000 millisecond. It means 4 seconds. Okay. To kill this message or to make this message a disabled. Okay, so after I just click success message, like if you add a new employee, new record, you have to display a message for the user called success or inserted or whatever. That's this action done. Okay, and this action, this message, okay, it will just keep appearing on the browser here. Okay, so you have to create a JavaScript code on global page to make this disappear in a few seconds. Okay, this is how you can manage a global, or how you can use global page. Right here, what else we can use? If you need to create a global region like we did here, it's footer, and you can also create the same page on the header to display your logo or some like your company name or your application name, which is already exists, but you need to add more definitions or more attributes. So you can create this on global page and it will appear for all pages. For header, it will appear before this. For footer, it will appear in this position, on footer position. Right. This is how you can manage the page. Right. We talked about the type of pages, right? Remember, yeah, we talked about the type of pages here. Okay, page template. We have a theme default, which is standard one. And we have login page. We have left side column. We have left and right side column. Mercure, okay, page. And we have minimal, which has no navigation, right? And we have right side column, like left side column, and the right and left. Okay, we have a standard page also, right? It will, okay, if you just select left side, okay, so you will see right here, you will see a left column, right column, and the content body, right? And if I change this to be theme, you will not see any left and right column here. The same for right side, you will just see right column, left side, and so on. It's the same like regions. Like you see, I have the photo region here in my new uh, page because this is inherit from the global page. If you see this between brackets global page, that's the mean this region, it's inherited by default from global page. And if I go to right, I think, yeah, this, I thought the dynamic action should, okay, also display here, right? But I think it has some restriction, not like the region. It's the same as regions with a different type. We have breadcrumb, calendar, cards, a chart, classic report, column toggle report, and faceted search, and so on. List, right? And each one of these has a different type, right? Once you select it, you will display the different attributes here, right? Because I select a chart, so I have a axis and series. If I just select a classic report, I will have something called column and a different attributes. You have to fill the required fields, help text, okay, which has nothing required, and so on. Okay, once you select any attributes from or any component, sorry, from here, you will see the different attribute changes here. Okay, right. If I select this, I will just have a tab for region only. If I select a breadcrumb, I will have two tabs, one for region, one for attributes. Right. And if I duplicate this and change it to be interactive report, I can have 3 tabs, right? And so on. I think this is for a managing pages. Do you have any specific questions, specific part you don't know?
Yeah, but I'm learning now. That's why I couldn't say specifically. If after 1 week or like that, I can tell some more doubts because now, as per now, I was learning only. I